Today we'll meet Shirley Pemberton, an artist who uses ordinary eggs as the raw material to create exquisite works of art, such as this. Combining the skills of a craftsman and engineer, Mrs. Pemberton wields a drill and bottle of glue the way the old masters handled a paintbrush to convert the natural simplicity of an egg into an artistic tableau. The canvas for this unique art form is the egg. A variety of sizes and colors are available to meet the inspirational demands of the artist. From the tiny robin's egg to the giant ostrich and emu eggs, the correct egg is selected for the project. A design is carefully drawn onto the surface in preparation for carving. Working for hours on end, at her workbench set up in the garage of her home, Shirley concentrates intently on the job at hand. Using a high-speed pneumatic drill, she carefully carves intricate patterns into the delicate egg shell. Cutting slowly and cautiously, knowing that the tiniest slip would result in destruction of the egg, the pattern slowly emerges. As the final cut is completed, the unneeded section of shell is lifted free and discarded. A quick shake of the egg to remove the dust, and this egg is now ready for the next step on its way to becoming a completed work of art. The egg is now cleaned and the membrane removed as part of the final preparation of the egg. And what is the end result? The completed artwork can take many forms. It may assume the identity of this elegant lady slowly drifting over the French countryside in her bejeweled balloon on her way to a Sunday afternoon picnic. Or the final result might be this whimsical pumpkin which serves as a home for the three bears who are just sitting down to their evening porridge. Now naturally, no art form, especially one as beautiful and intricate as this, arises spontaneously. The history of egg art is long and varied. Listen as Mrs. Pemberton describes its origins and some of her work.
The history of egg art started in the area of the Yugoslavian, Czechoslovakian, Ukrainian area about 1,000 years ago. Eggs were decorated and given as gifts for weddings, for Easter time, for Christmas, almost any religious holiday. Some of the decorations are very plain, very simple in black and white. This is done by a Ukrainian woman in the Los Angeles area. This, however, is one of the more decorative Ukrainian eggs, and it was done by a Czechoslovakian person in the area of Wilson, Kansas. This particular egg is done with pieces of straw that have been flattened and ironed and cut into making designs, usually sunflowers or plant designs, whereas this particular one is simply carved. Far more advanced. This is done with an air tool and an air compressor. When we go from the very early designs of the Ukrainian area to the time of the Russian czars and Fabergé. The Fabergé eggs, of course, were not real eggs as these are. They were metal, precious metals, gold, silvers, and precious jewels. These particular eggs now are what we call the faux Fabergés. They are done in the style of Fabergé, but they are done with real eggs. This particular one is a jewelry box. It is decorated with velvet, gold cord, and it has the cutaway design in which the gold findings were inserted one at a time. Now to the newer, more contemporary eggs. This was designed by a friend of mine, Margaret Mallory. It has an inset wall, making it a front porch of an old farmhouse with a little lady rocking, and there is also a back window with a child in there and curtains at all the windows, and you can see through them. The egg hanging from the wire is a typical Christmas ornament. It is done by decoupaging the holly and the print of the angel onto the egg, and then cutting away with an air tool around the angel. It is also decorated with real rhinestones and the red crystals from Austria that are hanging from the top and the bottom. There's also a little glitter on it. The egg in the center is a whimsy egg, my country mailbox decorated for Christmas with the little flag, and the front of the mailbox opens. It too is decorated with green tinted gold metallic findings and Austrian rhinestones. This egg has a music box. It is a mechanical. It also has fabric inlays. The organza posy fabric is put on prior to the time the gold cord is put around the shell design, but after parts of the egg have been cut away. The decoration inside is a small girl that was made by a woman in the Bay Area.
Over the years, her artistic output has filled many a curio cabinet. Some of her works are not only artistic masterpieces, but marvels of engineering as well. This elaborate Christmas diorama, installed in an ostrich egg, is equipped not only with a music box, but functioning ornamental electric Christmas tree lights and a street lamp as well. Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet served as the inspiration for this balcony scene, in which Romeo calls out for his beloved Juliet. Note especially the intricately carved and hinged panel that offers a degree of privacy for the young lovers. And who could resist this cute little Easter bunny inside his own personal Easter egg? Or this Cupid taking aim at your heart for Valentine's Day. At the other extreme end of the spectrum is this street lamp that serves as a home for two cardinals, using a tiny robin's egg as the starting point. The entire piece is less than 4 inches tall. This beautiful princess resides inside a decorated hen's egg. Note the elaborately hand-carved grillwork at the back of the egg. Smokey and the Bandit may have been pursued by police and helicopters, but this bear in the air appears to be content to simply float among the clouds all day long, dreaming only of hugs and honey. And finally we have this woodland fairy, sitting in a lush garden setting. The revolving egg within an egg mechanical music box design, combined with elaborate carvings and jeweled fittings, makes this particular piece a masterpiece, perhaps worthy of the Tsar himself. These works may never command the prices paid for the famous Fabergé eggs, but Shirley Pemberton has demonstrated eloquently that art can be found close at hand if we have the imagination to see it.